Hello and welcome to the Tales of Central City. Tonight we're playing Legend of the Elements, which is a world that is totally honest, not based on Avatar: The Last Airbender and The Legend of Korra, with the numbers filed off. Tonight we're playing in a slightly different setting. Most people who play the game play it in a traditional Wuxing and Mulan style setting. Tonight we're actually using a setting very similar to Republic City from The Legend of Korra. So a 1920s, 1915, 1920s style city, but with fantastical elements and magical martial arts thrown in. Before we begin, I'm just going to go, this is on the Gauntlet, so we are going to be using certain safety tools tonight. The primary one we're going to be using is the X card. If we come across problematic content, or if there's something people are uncomfortable with and want to move past, either make an X on screen or put it in the chat, at which point we'll back off from what's going on and move the story on and avoid those troubling issues going forward. Okay, so the story tonight is going to start with a train journey. But before we do that, there are certain things that we need to establish. Every character has something called backgrounds. If you have a look on your playbooks, you'll see certain questions there. Now, you get to actually choose the answer to those questions. So we're going to go through people in turn. We're going to go through each person in turn. We'll start going left to right as I see it on the screen. So Ellen, would you like to go through your background questions and decide who they apply to?
Sure. So the first point is Kanako has met the ferryman to hell, and his name is Charon. A friend of hers was being shipped over to hell, and she befriended Charon and won a game of arm wrestling against him. So he allowed her friend to leave and live for a little bit longer. I think I respect Suja. Sorry, did I say your name right? Yeah. I don't know why sometimes I really. But I appreciate their interest in expanding their knowledge, and I wanted to show them the spirit world so they can have a greater understanding of that aspect of the universe. And one time I summoned the spirit of fire, and I woke the spirit up, and they were not impressed. So they burned down the village I was summoning them from.
Oh, okay, and did you actually summon that spirit for Haru?
Yes.
Okay. So excellent. So with those done, JM, would you like to go through your background questions?
Sure. My background questions are, you don't let people down. Usually every character has respect for you except for, well, let's go with, since Kanako said she summoned a spirit for me, I'm going to say that I lost her respect by, either doing something improper when the spirit was around, or maybe he got scared when the spirit was there.
I like that. You were maybe a little bit oafish.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And what have you promised them to try and gain their confidence? What could I promise Kanako to gain her confidence? I don't know. Does she need help for anything?
Sorry?
Does she need help for anything?
I think she would like you to help her be kind to the people and elements that we come across. So she wants to see you be a little bit more gentle to those around us.
Sure. So he is going to go along with her and listen as best he can to learn to be more gentle.
Okay. Now, Lloyd, Suja, is it?
Yep, Suja.
Suja, okay. Would you like to ask your background question and decide the answer?
Yes, someone saved my life, and I think the story's already been told because Kanako saved my life because I'm the friend that was on the ferryman. I think that's all right. If you would like to go for that, almost go Alan. Alan, yeah, that's a thumbs up. I'm assuming that's a thumbs up. Too late. I would have taken it.
Yeah,
It's written down. It's done. It's sold. And I promised them that I would find a way. Oh, what should I promise them? They helped me get away from the ferryman. So I promised them I'd find a way to. I promised them one day I'll find a way to stop the karmic circle of life. Thank you. I think it's a kind clap. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to stop people dying.
So you're searching for immortality then?
Immortality, like basically, no one should have to die. If it's on the whim of a man on a boat, then we should have a chance to all survive. So inwardly, I'm constantly searching for ways for things to live, and that includes all life. So the planet itself.
Okay, brilliant. I do have a question to ask Ellen. Ellen, as I mentioned in the pre-recorded section, there was a Fire Nation city that was recently destroyed by a volcano by the name of Yujin. Would a volcano happen to contain a fire spirit by any chance? And did you have any involvement in that?
Look, I think everything is just making so much sense now. I think Haru really upset the fire demon, and the fire demon was clearly living in this volcano.
Okay, excellent. Okay, with that set out, there's one other thing that we just need to establish. You have all been asked to come to the city by I can't even remember his name, Master Peche, a legendary sword master, a great adventurer, a hero of the common folk, but an aging hero, and one that hasn't been seen as much in public recently. He's invited you all to come to the city, but we need to understand a little bit more about your connections with him. We'll go in reverse order this time. So, Lloyd, you've already mentioned your connection to him off camera. How are you connected to Master Peche?
So Master Peche is only known as Big Brother Pi to me because he's my elder brother. We've not really gotten along because we both took very separate parts of our lives, and we have sort of a strange relationship. But he's always been there for me, and I've always been there for him if I need to be. It may not be perfect, but that's what it is. So when he called me to come to the city, I think that was something important. Either that, he was going to laugh and be like, "Oh, have you discovered how the mountains work yet?" and laugh at me like a really awkward way to make me feel really self-conscious and insecure. Either way, I'm on this train going to head towards him. I'm sure I'll get this soon.
Okay, excellent. JM, how did your character know Master Peche?
Master Peche, being the master swordsman that he is, quite frequently likes to prove his mastery in fights at bars and taverns and things like that. And being the large, intimidating guy that I am, we have encountered each other more than once, and usually to my detriment. But he's always respected me for being willing to stand against him.
Okay. So, Master Peche, is he more of a carefree master, sword master? Is he the sort of person who sits off at a distance with a cup of tea, or is he there drinking with the common people?
More drinking with the common people, because that contrasts with his scholarly brother.
Excellent. And Ellen, how do you know Master Peche? How does your character know Master Peche?
We grew up together. Okay. And long ago, when we were mere teenagers, we would flirt and carry on. And I think we went down very separate paths. So we didn't take that any further.
Okay. Master Peche, once upon a time, was married. Were you at the wedding?
No. His wife was very jealous of me. She grew up in the same village as us, and she fancied Peche much more than I did, but he seemed to be more interested in me. So I just kept my distance and played hard to get, and she thinks she won, but I let her have him.
Excellent. Okay, so we will start the journey on the Red Hare, heading through the Peninsula Mountains, heading towards Central City. You've just boarded the train. The carriages are packed with the huddled masses of humanity. There are merchants going about their business. There are men and women traveling with their families. There are children running up and down the corridors. And you've got this little old conductor in his very smart blue uniform, little peaked cap, ushering them out of the way and leading you to your cabin. It's just down here. Oh, children, out of the way, out of the way. Oh, don't run, don't run. And he moves you up through the carriages themselves towards your sleeping compartment. So as he opens the door, there's one of these train compartments where you've got the sofa style seats at the bottom, and then 2 fold-down beds on top. So you can actually have 4 people sleeping in the carriage at the same time. He opens the door and ushers you in. Would you like any drinks? The cart will be round soon.
Oh, yes. Could I have some water? Maybe some kind of juice? I'm not quite sure what you have. Maybe 4 different types of juice you can. Any biscuits would be really good. Muffins would be really fantastic. I could love a muffin.
We've got some wonderful fireberry muffins. They're a bit spicy, but
I think you're fine. I can handle some spice. Come on, really, seriously. Bring him on over. Bring him on over. It'd be great.
I'll get the lady with the cart to come round then. Ooh. And he closes the door, and as he closes the door, you're sitting in this uplandly designed cart. It's very much in keeping with the aesthetic of the genre. So it is a train carriage, but it's a pagoda-style train carriage. And the windows are basically little sliding ones that slide out of the way to let you look out onto the scenery outside.
Ooh. Well, I will, as I've settled in, I'm going to grab one of the bunks, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I'm going to grab one of the bottom bunks, like pull myself onto the bed, and I start basically setting up all my equipment. Basically just placing them up on the map and just like laying them all around, like the best of laying them up with like a map on the side, like making myself at home. Like, until I stop halfway through and be like, oh, I'm sorry, did one of you 2 want the bottom bunk?
Kanako has a cane, and she pokes Bojo with the cane. I can't get up there, Sonny. You're young, you're fit, you can get up there. This one's mine.
I'll take a top bunk. Let's see how that does for your equipment.
Oh, could you take the other one? I really... Please don't. Okay.
Okay, and as Hoju climbs up on the bunk, being the man mountain that he is, there is an audible creak and a slight pinging sound as he settles in.
Oh no! I start like dismantling my things. It's all right. I changed my mind. You can have this one.
And as you're moving all your equipment around, there's a thump from the carriage to the other side of you, to where your bed is, and several of the things on the top bunk fall off onto the floor.
What in the elements was that? I say in my incredibly posh British accent.
I wonder if there's just been a
Neighbors!
stoppage.
We should go say hello.
From inside the car or from
the
outside?
no, it's from inside the car. It's the compartment next to you.
Oh, okay.
They're probably just young couples in the throes of love.
Oh, nonsense. It's like,
Give
I look
them
at the sky.
privacy.
I look at the sky, whatever time it is. It's like, it's nowhere near coupling time. I'm sure it's just some people having a good time. Let's go knock and say hello at the very least.
I'm going to just sit here and do my crosswords.
I look over and I go, Selenius, and then I open the door.
Okay. As you go to actually say hello to your neighbors in the next carriage, the door to the carriage slides open, and a young man gets thrown out into the hallway itself. A few seconds later, several bags come thrown out on top of him, and you can see there's a leering man with very, very dark skin, dark as in almost burnt, and he looks down. This is our carriage. Go and find another. And he closes the door again.
Are you all right?
I'm fine. He picks up his bags and he's struggling to lift them because they're big trunks. I need to find. Yeah. Do you know where the conductor is? He's visibly shaken.
Ooh.
I will look at Kaneko and then kind of step out, and I'll help you with the trunks.
Thank you. He struggles to lift the trunk and hand it to Haru. And Haru has no problem with this whatsoever. Haru is a towering mass of muscle. So he picks it up easily.
Haru, if this man doesn't have any space, surely we can lend him the cabin that we're not using.
We are using the cabin.
I mean, the bunk. We've got 4, right?
I thought that was for your equipment.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, sorry, you can't have it now. We have to know. I'm trying to be sorry. I completely forgot that I have things. And I thought I might say it. Sorry, after you go on.
Yeah, so Kaneko creaks up and hobbles over and like hits you in the arm with her cane. Don't be so selfish, boy. Come in, come sit down.
Thank you. And this young man gets marched in. You can actually see he's wearing quite a nice jacket, but you can see that the actual sleeve on the jacket has come away somewhat. It's been torn away slightly, and you can see that he's actually got quite a nasty bruise on the side of his neck. Thank you. And he slides his trunk into the storage space, and he sits down. I paid for it. He takes out his ticket. Look, I'm not trying to sneak on.
That's all right there, boy. Pass me your jacket and I will mend that tear.
Oh, you don't have to do that. He picks up the pitcher of water and pours it, and his hands are shaking.
So you got in a fight over the car? Or the room?
I booked the carriage. They disagreed. I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna make a fuss of it. It's not worth it.
That's not very nice of him.
And at this point, you hear loud jazz music starting to be played from some sort of a recording device in the carriage next door.
I'm sure they'll only be playing it for a very short period of time. maybe for like maybe 30 or so minutes, and then we can all go to bed and have a good night. I'm sure this is not going to carry on throughout the night and become really irritating to the point where we have to break the walls to get them to stop. I especially look at I look at Haru like, Haru, please don't do this, please. You just got in here.
So
I'm not going to let him take his cabin.
Haru, I know what you're thinking, but let's consider the options. If we have a fight, they might throw us off the train and we'll never make it to the city.
Yeah,
you need to remember your promise to me there, Haru.
Haru?
You need to contain your strength for purposes of good.
Isn't this a good purpose of helping this man and shutting off that stupid music?
How do you plan to do that? Were you going to talk and reason?
By asking them nicely.
And what do you suppose their response will be?
I'm sure they're very nice gentlemen.
I think you are looking for a chance to flex your muscles, and I think you should sit right here and tend to our new friend.
Okay.
I get pleading eyes like.
He'll sit back down for a minute.
Okay. the jazz music is joined by a very, very badly pitched female voice singing along now. And you can actually feel the floor going in time as they're obviously tapping their feet or banging along to the beat.
Haru just slams his fist against the wall. Turn it down!
Okay. The music goes off.
I did not go over there.
Kanako whips her cane on the backhand of Haru.
And a few seconds later, the door to your cabin slides open. Well, not so much slides as it's slammed open. And there's a young woman there. She also has the very dark touch skin, almost burnt looking. And you can see that it's actually a tattoo of some form. Ooh. Who the hell just told me to turn off my music?
I point to Haru.
Kanako stands up, creaks, hobbles over in front of the woman. Sorry, darling, we've just been having such a long journey. Haru's in such a poor mood. We're sorry to disturb you. We just want to have a nice, quiet evening.
Okay, can you please make a roll then? I would like you to roll for speak honorably. Rolling plus natural.
Muted. 8.
Okay, so with an 8, you have the following effect. It says trying to find the actual sheet. There we go. With an 8 on roll honorably, you get what you want, but there is an immediate and troublesome string attached. So, okay, the woman there goes, You want me to cut down my music? Fine. I'll stop playing my music. My music. My music.
Thank
But
you.
this train journey isn't going to last that long. And when we're off, we're going to have some words about respect. Do you know who I am? And you can see that there's two large men actually moving up behind her in the doorway. Do you know who I am?
No, darling. Kanako stretches out an old wrinkled hand. My name's Kanako.
Listen, old mother. My name is Mailing Thunder.
Ooh,
Do
from
we
the
recognize
Thunder
that
Clan.
Not the Thunder Clan. The Thunder Triad.
Ooh.
Don't mess with us.
Thank you so much for your assistance. Have a lovely night. Slams the door in front of Mailing's face.
You can hear her actually through the door. Who the beep does she think she is? She can't talk to me like that. And you can hear the big men who were there going, no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Please don't burn the carriage. Please don't burn the carriage. We're not there yet. Don't do anything that's going to get us into trouble.
See, Haru?
But she disrespected me. She's totally oblivious to the fact that these doors are very, very thin. You can hear everything that's being said out there. that wizened old hag. She's disrespecting me. Right. When the train gets into station, we'll throw a little surprise for them, won't we? Do you think that's wise? Who the hell are you to ask me if I think that's wise? Who the hell are you? When did you become the boss of this family?
Do you guys think maybe we should tell her we can hear everything?
No. We'll just let this. No, don't worry.
I feel like
she's
we're
angry.
plotting an imminent doom. We should probably do something about that.
Look, waves of rage pass. You've got to let her have her moment.
Okay. So the shouting still carries on, and it carries on from the other carriage as well. And you can hear the two men who were there trying to settle her down and calm her down, and they're not doing a very good job of it. She has an incredibly short fuse, and it's only the fact that you're in a confined space and she doesn't want to get kicked off the train that really has stopped her kicking up a fuss here and now. So the sun starts to set. Night comes in. The train moves over a long bridge that joins the peninsula with the mainland where Central City is. In the distance, you can actually see the smoke rising from the city itself, and you can see the lights on the horizon as the city casts its light into the night and into the sky. So, are folk settling in, or what do people plan to do?
Well, first things first, I'm not going to set up my equipment because there's a fourth person in here. And I'll help him get comfortable so he can get his stuff down, begrudgingly. And once he's comfortable, I'm probably gonna like lean over the edge and watch the city because I haven't been back in years.
Okay.
So it's good to see the city I grew up in once again. So I'm just gonna stand by the window, open the thing, and sort of lean in there and watch out the window quietly.
Okay. As you watch the city come by, you look down into the actual water itself, and you can see bright pink shapes in the water. You can see flamingo turtles going about their business.
Oh.
You can see them moving amongst the waves and the rushes, and you can smell the faint smell of the sea air coming in through the night. You also then get a face full of smoke.
What?
As you look down to the carriage in front of you, you can see Mailing Thunder actually leaning out with a pipe, smoking it quite heavily. In fact, where is my pipe? Oh, I don't have it to hand. Okay.
I wish I could have pipe.
Pipe's a wonderful thing. Oh. Yeah, let's choose this one. I've got about 5 next to me. And as she's breathing out, she's not just breathing out the normal smoke. You can see she's actually fire shaping to produce more smoke. And it's all coming back your way. And she turns and grins at you.
I look at her and I smile. Then I'd like to use one of my moves.
Okay.
I like to first off roll a d6. Once again,
Okay. Yep. We should have done that right at the start of the show. I apologize.
Whee! Oh, bug crap. Only a 1. That's rubbish. Gonna get a reroll.
No, but you may be able to get more materials during game.
Fair dues. I go back and grab my stuff and I pick up basically a fan and I connect it to my battery device, turn it on. I go back to the window, I wait for it to blow smoke, and I'm gonna turn the fan on and blow the smoke right back in her face.
Okay. You go out there, you wave the fan at her, and then go. And there's a huge gust of wind that goes in her direction, and goes back, and she's shocked, and she starts coughing, and the flame that she was actually breathing out, it looks like she's just gulped and taken it inside.
And then I give her the same smug look, like.
You can see literal sparks coming from her eyebrows.
Oh crap! And I close the window from then on.
And there's a thump. You can hear the carriage door opening, and there's another thump as it sounds like 2 people have basically just dived on her. Okay.
Not my fault.
So next morning, okay, Haru. Next morning, you wake up and you feel a weight on your chest.
A weight on my chest?
You feel a weight on your chest. A warm weight.
Oh. Look down and try and see what it is.
Okay. As you look down, you can see a panda cat, a small little panda cat, sitting on your chest, sleeping and purring.
Tap it. Shoo.
It turns its head into your scritching.
Shoo.
As you shoo it basically, and there's a loud screech waking everyone in the carriage, and it jumps over to the other bunk and snuggles in next to its owner. Oh, what's happening? A Pen, what's up? I'm sorry. Did he get out?
Your thing was sleeping on me.
Oh, I'm sorry. He has a habit of undoing the latches. Come on, boy. And he takes him down, and he pulls out the trunk, opens it up, and you can actually see that it's laid out as a animal carrier.
Mm-hmm.
And he puts him back inside and puts it back up. Oh, I'm so sorry. He didn't pee on you, did he?
I hope not, and he'll start checking himself.
Oh, okay. He does that when he's nervous. He also does that when he likes to mark his territory. So if don't worry, if he did, it means you're his now, and you know. These panda cats, they're so loyal. They so loyal that they end up sleeping on other people. Yeah, I didn't think that through, did I?
No.
You can hear a large tooting sound from the actual engine at the front of the train. And as you look out the window, you can see buildings actually around you that are going past the window quickly.
Hey, we're almost there.
Oh, it looks like it.
I think so.
Oh, better get ready.
Oh, it's too early. Can we wake up later?
Venerable lady, would you like some breakfast?
I've been up for hours. I've already had my breakfast and my morning constitution and a cup of tea, and I finished 3 rows of my crossword. But thank you. Thank you.
No worries. Breakfast is the least I can do. Can I at least buy you breakfast?
I'll have breakfast!
You don't. There's a bang comes from the carriage next door. You don't have to shout. We were awake.
Sorry.
I doubt that. And what would you like? Would you like some soup or some muesli or?
There's some fireberry muffins we'd love. That'd be great.
Oh well, yeah. I'll just go and get them. Do you mind watching my stuff while I go? No
worries, little friend.
Do you think that's safe?
Oh, don't worry. You're in more danger from her than she is from you.
That's fair. But I was more talking about the fire person, whatever, thunder, whatever.
Hailing Thunder. She only said her name yesterday, Haru.
Yeah, but she has fire and her name's Thunder, and I got confused.
You have a long way to come, my friend.
Well, we should be fine. It's only a small train. I'm not going to be gone long.
Do you mind if I pet your cat?
No, by all means.
What is his name?
Pen.
Pen. Okay.
Apparently it pees on you if it likes you.
Oh yes, I'm familiar with the Panda Cats.
I'm not. Keep it away from me. That was great. Thank you.
So he goes over. He actually opens up the cage again. Sorry, the trunk again, and he takes her out and brings her over to you and puts her on your lap. And she just looks affronted for a moment, and then starts nuzzling down and is going back to sleep on your lap. There's a very pleasant warmth there.
Just patting her and mumbling and cooing to the cat.
Okay. So this man leaves. A few moments later, there's a knock at the door.
One of you young boys, can you see who's at the door? I'm obviously occupied.
I'll open up the door. He's probably dead.
No, it's actually the conductor. We're going to be arriving in around about 20 minutes into Central Station.
I'm sorry, you broke up there.
We're going to be arriving in around about 20 minutes into Central Station. I'm just giving people a heads up so they can get ready to disembark.
Okay, thanks.
Can you see to it that there's some of your conductors there to chaperone our neighbors? There's been some disturbances from them, and I wouldn't like to see any trouble escalate.
You can see the color drain from his face. I'll ask the chief guard about it.
Please do.
And he closes the door rather quicker than he opened it.
Shouldn't he be back by now?
We gotta find a place with some earth. If we're someplace with earth, I think I can take all 3 of them.
All right, Haru. Now, I don't want to say I don't really trust in your abilities to bend the earth to your will and destroy all who come against you. But
just the fire that's the problem.
Could we just not fight a bunch of people for once?
No.
I look at Chemical like, please help me.
You are so naive, young friend. How many times do we have to talk about this, Haru? You promised me. You destroyed an entire village with your lack of respect for the fire elements.
I will hurt them as gently as I possibly can.
That is an oxymoron.
It doesn't matter how much you hurt them, but what is it the people around the situation, like a whole village destroyed, let alone your friends.
Thank you.
You need to just be patient. You are strong enough to protect. You do not need to fight.
Side note, he has been gone a really long time. Where is he?
He's been dead. I feel like he's gone. Go on. Is there a way for me to sense the spirit world to see if where he is?
I believe you have an ability to leave your own body and go wandering.
Oh yes, I did actually choose that. Astral projection.
Yes. Would you like to roll that then, please?
Yes, please. Boys, you just stay here. Look after me and the cat. I'm not going anywhere, except I'll see what's happening.
Is she doing that thing again? Okay.
Looks like it.
Okay.
I did the thing.
Okay. What did you roll?
11.
Okay. So what's an 11 on that move give you?
Let me see. On a 10 plus, you can observe or converse beyond your own body. You may return instantly, but still can be hurt, and your physical form is unconscious and helpless.
Okay. So yeah, you reach out your senses from your body. You step out of your body, and as you step out, you find that your reliance on your cane is lessened. You don't have the aches that your body has developed over the years. You stand a little bit taller, a little bit less hunched. But as you step out of your body, Panda Cat turns and looks at you. And as you step out into the cart, the cat jumps down off your body's lap and goes to follow you.
You stay here, Pen.
Brr.
I'd like to explore the train in the direction to the food cart to see if I can find a toner.
Okay.
His name?
Okay. So you walk down the carriages. Are you actually walking down the aisleway, or are you going through the carriages directly?
I'm walking down the aisleway, but poking my ghostly head through the carriage doors to see what's in there.
You start off in the sleeper carriages. As you walk down, you put your head through the first one. It's an old couple sleeping opposite each other, but their hands link over the actual intervening space between the bunks, so they're actually sleeping, holding each other's hands. You walk down to the next room, and as you stick your head through, it's a family. It's around about. It's a single mother with 3 children, and they're all tearing around the place, and she's trying to get them all dressed and ready. And as you move into the normal carriages, it's just a lot of people sitting. A lot of people that look to be commuting. A lot of them are in very smart clothes, and this is the more first class part. And then you get to the food cart, and you look around, and there's people having breakfast. There's people having fire sticks. People having earthberry stew and all sorts of things, but you don't see the owner.
Can I continue on? Is there the engine room? Can I have a look down?
Yeah, the engine is actually at the front of the train.
Yeah.
So as you head down, before you actually get to the engine, You step into the guard's car, and there you see the guards are hustled together, and they look like they're having an argument. No, we can't. We're gonna get. We can't get in trouble with the triad. They've asked for our help. We need to at least get them off the train. Look, do you know what they do to people? Yes, I know what they do to people. That's why I don't want them to do them to those people. We can't get in trouble. Listen, that monster in that car is going to cause trouble no matter what. You know her reputation. I don't know. I honestly don't know. Okay, I'll talk to the security when we get to the station and see if the local magistrate has anyone who can help. Can we delay unloading for at least a few minutes while I go? Oh yeah, well we're ahead of schedule. I can do that while we're actually taking on more coal and water. Okay. So yeah, that's the plan then. Yeah. Okay. Agreed. And the guards start going back to their business. There's about 5 of them there in total, but no owner.
Oh, no. Is there anywhere else to investigate?
There's
a bit of a...
There's the luggage cards at the back of the train.
Yeah, let's go there.
Okay. You head back there, but you have to go past your cabin to do that. You have the opportunity to actually look in the Thunder's cabin if you want to.
Okay. Yep, let's have a look in there.
You stick your head through the door, and the place is a mess. It's an absolute mess. You can actually see scorch marks along the top of the top bunk. It looks like someone underneath was potentially having... It's what you'd imagine would happen if a fire shaper was having nightmares. But there's no one in the car itself. No one in the cabin itself, sorry.
Yeah, okay. Well, let's float on down to the luggage carriages.
Okay. As you go through the luggage carriages, there's a few hobos hiking along in the actual carriages itself, but you get to the caboose at the back of the train. And as you step through, you can hear the sounds of fighting.
Who do I see?
You see Mailing Thunder actually laying into this young man. While she's doing it, she's actually got a fireberry muffin, and she's actually munching on the muffin while she's doing it. So, you really shouldn't have crossed me. I've got influence. I could have been your friend. I do favors for my friends. These are really nice, by the way. She picks up another one from the basket he was carrying and throws the half-eaten one on the ground and starts on the new one. Now, let's just wait for your friends to come and find you. Then we can continue this discussion with them. Right, boys? And as you look, the 2 larger men with the black actual tattoos on their face are both staring at the door, and they've taken stances.
Okay. All right. So I snap back to my body.
Okay.
And I look at Suja with absolute
I'm holding up the cat by one hand as it's snarling at me. No.
And I'm just standing there going, please wake up soon, please wake up soon, please wake up. You're up. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
So I just look at Suja with like fear and dread and say, they're eating your muffins.
Oh, my Lord.
I know, it's worse than what we could have ever thought.
I don't know who they are, but they need to go down.
We can probably get more muffins.
I pick up like a stick, and like I wield it, and I'm like, there's no time. Not in my house. Not on my train.
We
Let's
do
go.
actually have to handle this situation with some sort of calm and composure. Our neighbors, Mailing Thunder and her goons, they are holding our new friend hostage.
Oh no.
And they are expecting us. So do we walk into their trap or do we outsmart them? You want to walk into their trap?
Well, yes and no. I look over at Haru. Haru, how good are you at breaking through walls? All roofs.
Not so great here on a train.
Can just punch it down. Oh yeah, you're probably right. That won't work either.
Haru, one thing you should be aware of, along the side of the tracks, a lot is basically a pile of pebbles that they use to actually bed down the train. So if you did want to earthbed, you have a ready supply of material to get small rocks and the like.
I might be able to do something.
So, plan. I go in there, act as bait. They capture me. I get a layout of the land. I yell out what the layout is. I get a toner to get down. You pelt it with pebbles, knock them out. We walk out. The muffins are saved.
You're willing to experience that torture for us. That's good.
Muffins before anything.
But I agree with Kaneko. That sounds like kind of a stupid plan.
Oh, it'll be fine. It's not the third. I've only died twice.
You're a scholar, not a warrior. I do not need to go back and see our friend again, do I?
You guys never let me do all the fun stuff. You guys will go off and I just have to sit here, just write the papers and not do anything. I never get to go on adventures. It's unfair.
This is your calling. This is your choice. Do you want to die or do you want to learn?
Big Brother Pie said the same thing. Oh, you can't go on adventures. You're too small. Oh, look at me. Oh, look at me. I'm a swordsman. I own everyone. I'm so cool with my sword and my mans. No, it's fine. If you two have a better plan, I'm happy to listen to it. I don't be cooler than mine, though.
Haru?
Where were the guys?
They're at the back in the luggage quarters, carriages.
Well, then I think we should go through that door and then fight them.
I think I need to do this without you both. You guys, you have no idea, do you?
I would probably start by hitting the one on the left because I swing from the right.
What was Pi thinking? Like, what? Haru! Are you kidding me? You're gonna go into battle again.
Well, I mean, point of order, this is for muffins. Oh, new plan. Why don't I run in and lure them out by running away?
Okay, actually, that's not bad. And I do think this cat could be useful.
Look, the right thing to do would be to help the kid, right?
Yes.
We are going to help.
Okay, then I'm gonna go help the kid. And he's gonna open up the door to the cabin and start walking.
And
No, not again.
And as he opens up the door, the cat jumps down and goes to move through the door as well.
I'll pick up my Tetsubo.
Okay, Haru, it's okay. He's gone. He's gone. He's gone. Time to pick up the pieces. And like I grab like a pan and put it on my head, and I run after him.
So as you start walking down the corridor, you come across one of the guards, and he sees you with your weapon and goes, "Oh, what's going on here? What's going on here? Can you put that away, please?"
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the luggage.
Oh, I can do that if you'd like.
Haru, you just stop. Kind sir, there's some trouble with some of your most distinguished guests. I believe you're already aware of them. We spoke to the conductor not long ago. They are holding one of our friends hostage, and they do seek trouble. We are looking to consult them and seek a resolution. Please do not enter the luggage carriage unless you're able to assist. Please inform any of your colleagues that may be able to assist.
I need to talk to the head conductor. He goes over and goes into a little cubby hole, and you can see him picking up the handset of a phone and turning the phone to actually get it working.
Hey, Haru, every second we wait another muffin, we're not going to be able to eat.
It's fair.
Just letting you know.
Okay, so I take it you're going past him while he's in the cubby hole?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they're doing it. Woo!
So you make your way down, you get to the dining car, and there's lots of people around eating breakfast. And just as you enter the car, you can see that someone has picked up the last muffin.
Son of a...
It is on.
Kaneko, this is the right way, right?
Actually, I think the luggage was at the opposite end to the food hall. Oh, I usually get a little bit confused when I go astral traveling. You know, the realms aren't as smooth as
You got
you
lost.
find it. It's that way.
We're never gonna get a muffin. I'm not gonna have one. It's not gonna happen.
Okay, I need to ask Ellen here. Are you, given that when I described it originally, you went through the food court to actually get to the luggage car, are you deliberately giving them the wrong directions here, or is this a slight misunderstanding?
I think it's a slight misunderstanding because,
Okay.
but I do like the idea of us. Oh, okay, yeah, no, all right. So I deliberately do this, and so lead them in the opposite direction.
Okay.
And then we get to one of those gaps between the carriages, and Kaneko just starts slowly climbing up the ladder to the roof of the train.
Okay.
And then she turns around and is like clawing her way along the roof of the carriage of the food carriage and then down towards the luggage.
In that case, then I would like you to roll Move with Intent with Fluid.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, why is she going on the roof?
I don't know, but I'm gonna follow her. Maybe they keep the luggage there?
I'll meet you at the luggage car. You guys have fun. It's gonna be great up there.
So I've got 10.
Okay. In that case, then with 10, you can choose two of the options, which is add +1 to your next roll, add an environment tag to the scene, place a tag on the target you're gaining a position on, excuse me, for instance, unsuspecting or unaware or something like that. And the other option is you're safe from immediate attack, and you can choose 2 of those options.
Okay, let's say where the Mayling's unsuspecting.
Okay.
And +1 to the next roll.
Okay. So you move down along the actual top of the cart. Is anyone joining her?
Yes.
Okay. As you climb up on top of the actual train itself, and given your size and your mass, as you walk, the actual roof tiles and everything creak under you as you go. As you go down, you occasionally hear windows slamming open and people sticking their heads out to look upside and see what's going on. They can't actually see you. They're just hearing a noise, that someone moving over the actual top of the car itself.
Oh, okay. Just keep moving past then.
Okay. And
try and say, what are you doing up here? This is crazy.
You calm down, Haru. We have other ways to meet our friends.
Okay.
Okay. So what are people doing?
So I guess we'll make it back to the luggage car.
Okay.
And what does the luggage car look like from on top? Like, does it have windows on the side like the other cars do?
No, it's basically a box car with a pagoda roof.
Does it have like one of those little platforms at the back?
Oh yes, very, very definitely. Yeah.
Okay. And is that when I came through before, were they inside the luggage car?
They were inside the luggage car looking at the door that joins the luggage car to the car in front of it. So they are not expecting anyone to come from behind.
Okay. So Nana Kanako climbs down slowly onto that little platform and knocks gently.
I will be like a step behind and hiding around the corner, waiting for a chance to jump in.
Okay. So you hear the bolt go on the door. It's opened, and it opens up, and you see a very confused Mei Ling looking out at you. You!
Hi, friend. Oh, I've just come to collect our friend Tana. Is he in here? I noticed he was missing from the breakfast carriage.
Boys, get her!
No.
And she jumps on the ground. She pulls back her fist, and you can see flames rising.
Can I jump down in front of her?
Yes, by all means. If you, in this instance, I would like you to stand fast.
All right.
Which is plus solid.
Okay. And am I in my element? Probably not.
Not at the moment, no. You'd have to be covered in earth and...
And could I give that +1 forward to Haru?
Yeah, by all means. I have no problem with that.
All right. You can have that.
All right. Why did it roll 4 dice? Oh, it kept your dice and cleared and rolled my dice. Let me. Sorry, I'm not used to using this roll for your party thing.
No, there used to be some lovely plugins that the Hangouts had, but they stopped allowing them. I know, it's crazy.
It looks like yours are just the 2 blue ones, so mine are the 2 yellow ones.
Oh, okay. So 9, that'll be a 12 for me then.
Okay, so she reaches back, she puts her fist out. You can see flame rising up from from her elbow, it's actually being driven forward. How do you stop the strike?
Yeah, if when I hear her say get them, he pretty much just runs towards the back of the car and just grabs onto the side and swings down to kick her back in.
Okay. So her fist is coming up. In slow motion, she draws back. She's and your feet suddenly appear over the edge, and you can see the look on her face goes from and she's knocked back, flying into the car and into her two compatriots. Okay.
I believe you guys can do it.
Suja, now! And I will try to strike out violently at... so the other two guys are coming up. I just want to start swinging at them.
Okay. So can you roll plus hot, please?
Yes. Now's when I will need that extra die. What is my hot? My hot is, I think, 0. Yeah. Rerolls. Oh wow, that's a 11.
Okay. So the first one comes up. Can you describe the scene? What actually happens? The first one comes charging towards you. He goes to stamp on the ground and let out a strike of flame, being a flame shaper himself.
Yeah. So they come running forward and to try and protect their boss, and the one throws out like a flaming punch, and he just kind of moves around it and just cracks him across the head with the Tetsubo.
Okay.
And sends him reeling into some of the luggage.
Okay. So let's assume he hits the luggage. Does any of it break open? And what comedy items fall down onto him?
And I tag the target appropriately. What does that mean?
You get to apply a tag to the target. So you get to actually describe, you get to apply a narrative effect to the target as a result of your action.
Okay.
So you could say that he's unconscious. You could say that he's entangled. You could say that you could even say that you've hit him so hard that he's fallen through the side of the cart and barely holding on. You basically get to describe the scene and apply an appropriate tag.
He gets knocked for a loop and falls unconscious in the luggage.
Okay. So, Suja.
All right, my time. Apparently, there was a plan. I wasn't quite sure how the plan worked, but I'm going to go with it. So now that they're distracting him on that side, I'm going to sneak in, grab a toner, and get the heck out.
Okay. So you open the door, and you can see that he's lying on the ground, and he's been beaten badly. He's got his eye bulging up. You can see that there's blood coming from a little bit of blood coming from his mouth. He's looking around like he doesn't know what's going on. What I would like you to do is I would like you to roll. I'd like you to roll Speak Honorably to actually convince him to follow you.
All right, I am very normal. I'm pretty much average at that. Let's do it. Once I get roll for party working. Okay, so 1, 2, and roll selected. 6, 7, 8 plus 1, 9.
Okay, so with that, you get what you want, but there is an immediate and troublesome string attached.
Excellent. So I go up to him and I'm like, hey, Antona, come on, get up. We can get out of here. Also, grab the muffins. Don't leave the muffins. Also yourself. Let's go. Come on.
Okay. He stands up. He walks. He steps towards you, stepping on the basket of muffins in the process. And as he steps on the muffins, his footing gives way under him, and he stumbles onto you, sending you both to the ground.
What? This is the worst warning. I will struggle down there while I suppose other people take their turn. As I try and get up to get him out in tears.
Okay, so next we go back to Connector. What are you doing at this point?
She's just standing on the platform, so obviously all this has happened in like just a few seconds. She's there and like she's shaking her head, tut 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 tut, and then she slowly. So Mei Ling is on the ground.
She's on the ground at the back of the car near Suja. Actually, been thrown into one of the two large men that were with her.
And the other guy's unconscious?
Yes, he's unconscious, sprawled in the luggage.
All right. So I think she just takes her time and hobbles over to where Suja and Turner is, and like leans hard on her cane and then stretches out a hand to her and Turner and it's like, "Come with me, boy. We'll get you home," and tries to like wrench him up.
Okay.
So.
Again, I'd like you to roll speak honorably.
So that's plus natural, right?
Yep, that's correct.
So 9.
Okay. Again, you get what you want, but there is an immediate and troublesome string attached. Beyond the loss of muffins.
That's all right. We can cope. So Kaneko is able to wrench him up and starts hobbling him back to the way that we came.
Okay. And as she does, she feels a hand round her foot. And as she looks down, Mei Ling has grabbed her.
Ooh. Okay. Does someone want to do something?
Okay, so we go to Haru.
Save us, Haru!
Haru is going to just try and move over and kind of like seeing that they're both trying to get him out, like just try and get between them so that they can get out okay. Like try and like he'll kind of like fight back and forth with the guy and with her if possible to try and get them into a position where they're away from them.
Okay. I would like you to act with intent. Sorry, move with intention, which is plus fluid.
All right, and let me double check what my fluid is. Okay, 1. So. Ooh, that's a 6.
Okay. In which case, then you have failed the roll. I'm going to give you the tag exposed.
Okay.
Which is, if you go to the player tags.
Yep.
That'll be the first one, which is mild.
Mild exposed. Okay.
So in trying to get them out, you've actually opened yourself up.
Figures.
Okay. So Mei Ling flips backwards and basically does a rolling flip back onto her feet. And you can see she draws her hands back. And rather than fire this time, you can see faint sparks of electricity coming off. She pulls her hands back and claps them together, and there is a thunderclap.
Ooh.
And lightning discharges in all directions from her hands. It hits several of the pieces of luggage, and in fact, there's several crates here that have the tarp covering them thrown off, and you can smell the distinct smell of burning cabbage.
My cabbages.
But I would like everyone to actually roll stand fast, please. Yes.
Let's do it.
$10.
Okay.
$8.
Okay.
What modifier
Oh,
do
no,
we
no,
have for
seven,
that one?
seven. because it's solid, isn't it?
Stand fast is with solid.
7.
Ooh. Yeah, 6.
Okay. So in that case, I'm going to apply a tag to her. Never say the names properly. Kanako, sorry. Which is I'm going to the shot of lightning earths itself through your cane, and the wood shatters. I'm going to give you the mind tag of lame, as you don't have the cane to support yourself now. Also, gain a chi for failing a roll. And Lloyd, I'm going to give you a hard bargain.
Yay.
You are an inventor. You have several different items that you have created over the years. You carry them on you. A lot of them are powered by electricity. What has she hit that has now been fully charged and is immediately dangerous?
I have a perpetual battery, which is a battery I'm trying to get to work that like runs on its own energy. So if you pump it full of power, it would just keep running.
Okay.
And hopefully the plan was to get it to last about maybe a year, maybe 2 years. A good battery, you're able to run maybe a household. I had one on me when I came out in my back, in my bag, because like it's like a strip that comes out and it's on my shoulder. So she's hit that and now it's overcharged. And I will just keep overcharging until it explodes.
Okay. So how long would you say that would take?
Well, I don't know.
Okay.
I reckon anytime between right now and boom.
Okay. You hear a and there's a distinct crackle and the battery is starting to shake.
Okay. New plan. So I grab the battery, I lob it off my shoulder. I'm like, get it out of the way! And I start like panicking and running through the hallways, desperately trying to get it outside somewhere.
Okay. In which case, I'd like you to roll stand fast.
Yay! 11.
Okay.
Apparently panicking helps.
Okay. You run to the first door. You throw it open. It's a room full of cats and dogs and other animals that are being transported. You go to the next. You go to the next door. You open it up. It's the kitchen. You see the baker is just putting a new batch of muffins into the actual oven itself. You go to the next door. You open it up, and you can see sleeping in the car there. There's actually an nomad priest, an Air Nation priest in his priestly gown, actually just sleeping in the corner. It's almost as if you can't find a place to throw away this bomb. So finally, you get to the last door. You open it up, and it's actually it's access to the outside world.
Oh, thank goodness!
You have two options. You're passing by a little parkland with an ornamental lake on one side, or alternatively, you look at the other side, and there's appears to be a sculpted forest land. So it looks to be maintained forest. Do you throw in the lake or do you throw in the forest?
They can rebuild forest. It's fine. No, wait, no. Lakes are full of water. It's safer. Wait, no, that's gonna cost a lot of money. And I close my eyes. I chuck into the lake.
Okay, so you throw it out. The battery tumbles end over end over end, and goes into the water. And it's crackling all the time. And as it goes down, and then it goes as the water seeps in.
Oh, well, I guess it was a dud.
Boom!
Ah!
and water is thrown high up into the air and covers the carriages of the train. Water falls on the top. You can see people have opened the windows to look at this, and one or two people actually stick out umbrellas and actually open them up as the water starts falling in anticipation. They turn and look at you, and they're very bemused about what's going on there.
I'm like, he didn't tip.
Okay, so back in the carriage itself, you've got Mei Ling Thunder. She's standing there. Her hair is frizzled out. Looks like she's actually taken a jolt of her own electricity. She's breathing heavily. It didn't have to be like this.
Yeah, you could have just left us alone.
I don't take lack of respect lightly.
Respect is given when it is earned.
I'm just gonna charge at her and try and take her through that doorway out to like the back rail.
Okay, so she sees you coming, and she raises up her hand and pushes, basically pumps it down, and a wall of flame comes up. Fire rises up. You can see it starting to burn the carriage. She reaches over and grabs the unconscious fellow and basically throws him out into the lake as you go past. The one that currently has water falling down from the big explosion that took place in it. A moment later, she reaches down, she grabs the other person, and you can see she kicks off, and there's a jet of flame as she launches herself out from the carriage itself and off the train.
Well, good. That's what I was trying to do.
Problem solved.
Nice work,
With
everybody.
violence.
Let's go home and have some tea.
What a shambles!
So the caboose car is currently on fire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And you start making your way into the city center, past the parkland.
So yeah, now I'm gonna try and use my earth bending to bring up a bunch of the rocks, like, and try and like basically use it as like dust or dirt to put out some of the flames.
Yeah, by all means. In which case, can you roll your earth shaping, please?
Okay. Let me read that. Roll plus solid on. Okay, I can add an environment tag.
Yes.
All right. 8, 9, 10.
Yes. Would you like to add extinguished as an environment tag?
Yes, I would. Yes.
Okay, so you dampen out the fire. You basically smother it with dust and small stones and small rocks, and the train starts slowing down as it starts coming into the station, and the train comes to a halt. And as it comes to a halt, the side door of the carriage opens, and you can see there's several bemused police officers standing there. I think we need to have a word. And at that point, I'd like to actually cut for a break if we can, please.
Sure.
We'll take a 10-minute break. I'm going to partake in some of Australia's finest, Bundaberg.
I could do some of that.
So,
Yeah, very nice.
and I will be back in a few moments.
Okie doke. See you in a bit.
Ooh.
And I'm back.
Welcome back to the room.
Yay! I am passing out. I'm gonna try and keep going though.
Okay.
I thought I'd be okay, but I ended up having to work late, and I didn't get any quick sleep before the game started.
Yeah,
So I'm like, shit.
I'm struggling myself. I had 4 hours sleep last night, and it wasn't helpful in any way.
Why are you running this at midnight, by the way?
I was hoping to get some more people from the East Coast of America.
Was it worth it? You got one.
Well, I got someone from Australia as well, so
I suppose that's.
I can't complain. My big plan for the weekend is I've got this game tonight. I was originally going to be playing Monster Hearts with Jason tomorrow, and then going to be playing in Lowell's mass game on Sunday.
Oh,
So
cool.
actually make a full weekend of it for 3 weekends in a row.
That's way too much gaming.
Yeah,
I only have Lowell's game, his Familiars of Terror. I want to give that a shot because I've never seen the system before. And that's it. And then there's this for 3 weeks. I think I'm signed on to every one of these. I think.
I'm actually really liking the system. I'm really growing fond of Powered by the Apocalypse just for how easy it is.
It's not bad. It takes a while to get your head around how it works because whenever you come to a game that the GM doesn't roll dice, there's always that little bit of wait. But then how do I determine whether to get here or not? Oh, then you have to like sort of switch. It's a tiny switch you put on to games like that. I always find difficult.
I really like the narrative aspect of actually being the MC. Also, I'm terrible at dice rolling. I'm absolutely terrible. I normally get either wild successes that people question whether I'm actually cheating or not, or I just get no successes.
Well, like, I can't roll for shit.
But hello, folks. So welcome back. So
hello.
Is everyone ready to continue?
Yep.
Okay, I'm aiming to play for another hour. At which point, then we'll call it a night and take up the game again next week. Are you all three signed up for next week? Brilliant. That means that it's going to be very easy to continue the story then. I don't need to have to worry about concluding it in one session. Okay, so we'll actually jump forward a little bit in time. You're taken to the side by the police and have several hard questions asked of you. You're taken to the police station, and the police do the normal thing of it was you that done it, wasn't it? And as soon as you start talking about what's going on, they start to grow less and less interested. The question being, does anyone drop the name of Mailing Thunder?
I probably do because I don't realize, because I'm reckless. I don't really think about it.
Okay.
I'm sorry, what was the question?
The question is, does anyone drop the name of Mailing Thunder or the Rolling Thunder Triad?
I probably don't remember it.
Okay. So almost as soon, Suja, almost as soon as you actually mention her name, you can see there's a distinct change from the in the police officers. They go out of the room, they go into discussion with each other, and then about half an hour later, a elderly-looking man actually steps into the interrogation room that you're in, sits down opposite you. He's got his walking staff. He's in the robes of a magistrate. Young man.
Listen to
them. Still, young man. My name is Magistrate Wen. Please tell me your story.
Well, it started off with a bunch of muffins I wanted to eat. long story short, we wanted muffins. They didn't want us to have the muffins, so we went over there. We had a fight about it.
No, it started before that. Remember, they were playing the jerky music real loud.
Yes, but that's not really relevant. Like, I mean, them being dicks and not letting us laugh.
And they kick the kid out.
He lifts his cane and slams it on the ground. Gentlemen, I've said, and lady, please tell me your story.
We arrived in the ship station, went into the station, went inside the station, opened the door, opened the station, couldn't find out what's happening in the station. Went into the station, put the door, opened the station, opened the door, the kid was like,
okay, sorry. There's a little woman in the background actually trying to keep up with the transcription, and as she's scratching, you can actually see smoke coming from her pencil.
Boy, calm down.
Listen,
you two boys, you don't know when to start and when to finish. You don't know how to tell a story. So, kind sir, I'm sorry about these young fellas. Like, you know how hasty young can be. So we were coming on the train. We were hailed by Grandmaster Peche, and we were just settling into our cabin once we were interrupted by the neighbors who had thrown out their young companion, Antona, and his lovely feline panda, Pen. Such a nice cat. Do you have any cats?
No, I don't.
No,
I am not a fan of animals.
Oh dear. That is beside the point. We attempted to calm our friends. We took this new friend in, and the neighbor, quick to anger. She was so quick to anger. Young, you see, these young people, they do not know how to control their emotions. Anyway, she appears to be of some sort of elemental skill base. She beat this poor man up. She caused all sorts of damage with my friends and myself, and set alight the cabbage.
He holds his hand up. I'm sorry, but you're lying. That did not happen.
Do not dare call me a liar. You do not call me a liar. What grounds do you have of this claim?
I have reality. There are no witnesses to this. You make claims against an upstanding member of our community. This did not happen.
If a piece of stone falls in a silent canyon, does it make a sound?
Did it have a permit to fall?
Upstanding.
Yes. Her father is a captain of industry and well thought of amongst his community. I'm sorry, but you are incorrect. This did not happen.
So these aristocrats and well-to-do folk, they do not have emotions, they do not have angers, they are not able to commit crimes themselves?
You seem to be under a misunderstanding.
Oh, please enlighten me.
A crime is only committed if I choose to say that it is a crime. A crime has not been committed.
What gives you that power? So if a crime has not been committed, then why are you holding us here?
I am not holding you here. I just wish to hear your story.
And dismiss it as a lie because it suits your narrative.
No, I dismiss it as a lie because I know the truth of the matter.
Tell us again the truth.
No. But I would ask that you give my fond wishes to Master Peche, and you have my sympathy for his loss. And at that point,
I can say the lie.
He'll stand up and walk to the door. We will see. Please enjoy our city. I so look forward to never seeing you again. And he walks out. And you are released from the police station.
I look at Haru and I go, bet you 10 coin we'll see him again.
We'll probably see him again.
Bet you
That
20
man, insufferable. I can't believe such bureaucracy exists.
Welcome to the city. Home sweet home.
It is not how I would choose to live.
Yes, but now that we're here and we're off a train that isn't on fire, let's enjoy it while it lasts. I know a great ramen place just down the road. We could do that, but first we go see my brother, shouldn't we?
Yes, please. I would much prefer to experience life here through the eyes of family and connection rather than whatever that was that we just experienced.
Well, why don't we stop by, get some food, have something to fill our bellies. I could possibly try and find a new battery part, and then we can go to see him. We don't have to go directly. I mean, he'll be waiting for us tomorrow.
Okay, so what are people doing? What is the plan?
Kanako is quite happy to follow Saru.
Okay. So Saru, are you going shopping? Sorry, Suja, are you going shopping?
Yes, I'm totally gonna go shopping, get a few extra things, just because I'm trying to delay meeting my brother for as long as I physically can.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna go shopping and show the guys the town. So
okay.
I like to montage just having a day in the town.
Okay. So by all means, in which case, each of you, would you please describe a scene of what actually happens during your day in the town? We'll start with you first, Lloyd, and then we'll go down through Ellen and JM.
So Suja doesn't actually like goes to the ramen place, but it's not a big fancy place. It's more like a homely thing, where like a family run business, and he treats them all in there, and he gets in there, and he knows the owner, so he talks to them a little bit, and they take food, and they sit by this lovely like it's an outside area, so it's a lovely dining area that looks down upon like the main like attractions of the area, which is like a big statue that people come in and take pictures and try to look fun up, and it's just a nice homely little place to have a good laugh.
Okay.
And it just sort of like helps like wash off the filth that we've just gone through to get here.
Okay, who's the statue of?
Statue of Li Peng John, the founder of the city.
Okay, Li Peng Zhong. Brilliant. Okay, and Ellen, what do you do after going to the ramen place?
Kanako wants to wander through the local markets and wants to find a tea leaf reader and wants to gain some sort of insight as to the local spirits to this city. And
the largest marketplace in the city is something known as the Floating Market. There is a large canal that actually goes through the heart of the city, known as the Auspicious Water Dragon Way, and the boats of the Water Nation trade this canal. On market days, hundreds of them descend on the canal itself, and the boats ride up and down the canal's length, trading their wares and hawking their wares to any who will see them. You find a tea leaf reader. I find she has set up on an old junk, and as you get closer, the hawker outside grabs your attention. You, oh gracious madam, surely you wish to know what the mysteries hold for you, what the future has in store. Would you draw back the veil and see what is to come?
Oh, sweetheart, I am already behind the veil, but I do wish to speak to a local.
By all means, just lay a copper on my hand, and my good lady wife will read the veils, read the mists, part them, and illuminate that which is in your future.
Oh, I
And
will pay you a silver if she's any good, but not until I've heard what she has to say.
well, we will start with a copper then, and then you may lace my hand with silver. Well, she is very good. Not only is she good, she is the greatest procrastinator. And he gets the word wrong, and you notice he gets the word wrong. In this whole city, yea, this whole nation.
Oh, kind chap, don't. You don't have to do this with me. I know what I'm here for. You just show me the way, and I will speak with your wife.
Very well. Then he draws you onto the boat. Is everyone going, or is it just you on your own?
Yeah. Come along, hang out.
Okay.
Haru,
So,
do you want
Sure,
to come? I'm just imagining like this little old lady with like Haru like a brick shit house and Suja like with all these books and maps and stuff. We must look like a sort and like cramming into a little boat.
well, the boat does actually rock as Haru steps onto it. You make your way to the back cabin, and you can see it's been laid out. There's incense burning. There's there's curtains drawn over the window, and in the center you see that there's a little stove and a woman wearing 7 veils sat at a table. You can't actually see her body. You can just see her hands and the veils over her face. Please sit.
Thank you, kind lady. My bones are weary.
Ah, you have travelled far, I sense.
Not so far, but the travelling has been difficult, as I'm sure you understand.
Indeed. Oh, I smell fire.
Yes, you're good. Fire and thunder.
Ah, thunder has a very distinctive smell. Who here wishes to have their future read, so we may consult the spirits?
I do not wish to know my future, but I have other questions. My dear scholar, he's always wanting to know more than what is available to him. So if you can enlighten him, I'm sure he would be grateful.
She hands you, she passes you a mortal and pestle and mortar even, and lays out a 7 tea leaves and asks you to pick 4.
I will look through them and pick them at random.
Okay. She puts the other ones away. She takes the tea leaves and puts them in a cross, and takes each one in turn and puts them into the pestle and mortar and starts grinding. A few moments later, she actually empties out the leaves into a small little strainer and pours water from her kettle through it. Please drink.
Oh, thank you very much. So, like, take a good sip.
The tea is very high quality. It's not the sort of thing you normally expect from a carnival barker. It has a slight vanilla scent, flavor to it.
Ooh.
And a few moments later, you get this faint hint of aniseed as well.
Ooh!
As you drink through the cup, she then takes it from you, tips it over, and places it on on a dish. She turns it twice and lifts it up. You wish to know your future?
I would love to.
There will come a time when the flaming lady... Oh, that's interesting. There will come a time when the flaming lady moves from the house of war to the house of peace, and two bonds are broken.
I'm sorry, could you be a bit clearer? I didn't actually understand any of that.
There will come a time when the flaming lady moves
No,
from...
I mean, I heard what you said. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it makes perfect sense.
Wait, to who?
I do not speak with my own voice here. I merely repeat what the spirits have told me.
God, you sound worse than Kokoro.
And at this point, Kanako, sorry, I can never get the name right. You spot a slight movement under her veil.
What? Oh.
Only you see this. Can you please roll? To observe? And let me see if I get it right. Observe carefully.
Oh. What modifiers would I have for this?
That is plus keen.
Oh, it's not looking good. 4.
Okay, can you get a chi, please?
I sure can.
There are other questions you wish to ask.
Yes. You may understand that I am familiar with worlds beyond our material sight. I would very much like to know what spirits are in this neighborhood and who I might be able to call on to help me when the need is great.
Avoid the water when the blood moon is in the air. Then the dead walk. The hungry soldiers.
The hungry soldiers?
Yes.
What do they feast upon?
They feast upon their despair and their hunger for war. They are drawn to conflict.
Is there nothing that can sate their hunger?
Their queen once commanded them to set aside their weapons, and yet they died.
Where are these soldiers?
She looks down. Then she looks up. And the boat rocks as a wave goes up the canal.
Oh, I see. They're with us here in this canal.
They are within the canal. Within the canal.
Within.
They are not without.
You are very clear and concise with your explanations.
One who is as gifted in the sight as yourself needs no exposition.
Oh, I do not need to be patronized, my dear. You see clearly. Now, I do have one more thing to ask of you. My dear friend Haru. He is strong and kind, but he does not heed care. He would much prefer to go wantonly into danger than to seek out a peaceful resolution. Do you have any wise words for him?
I don't need some seer telling what my future is or that.
You know, you don't know what you need to hear until you've heard it. Just be calm and listen to what she has to say.
There will come a time when you do not see the sun at noon. Many noons. But in darkness you may find light. Take that time to reflect on yourself. It is easy to destroy a pillar, but it is harder to raise a wall.
See, Haru? Makes sense.
Yeah, there's been lots of days I haven't seen the sun at noon. Usually I'm drinking till like 6 a.m. You know.
You should meditate on these thoughts.
But it's actually kind of easy to build a wall. You just go, ugh, and there's a wall there.
All right, see, okay, no, we can't. Normal people can't. You know what? I don't even. Okay, fine.
Thank you, kind lady. I will line your husband's hand with the silver that you have earned and showed us your skill.
No,
I am only sad.
No, you will not, for you have greater need of that money yourself.
Oh, but no, I cannot. You are sharing your wisdom and your skills.
Yes,
for
but
food.
I cannot offer you a place to stay tonight, and you will surely have need.
There is nothing wrong with sleeping rough, is there, lads?
Mm.
See, they're fine. I just am sorry that their ears weren't as receptive as mine for your strong wisdom.
Thank you. Would you do me a favor and send my husband in here? I feel that it is a good time to leave. We have done all that we need to this day.
Understandably. And slowly Kanako gets herself up and grabs Haru's arm to lean on because her cane has been shattered, and she drags him and hobbles outside and lets the nice man who let us in. Your wife will see you now.
Ah, thank you, fine lady. May I offer you some assistance down the plank?
Oh no, thank you. I've got plenty of brawn here to help escort me, but your deed is appreciated and you're kind to offer.
But my lady, you limp such. At least he takes out his stick and takes out his stick from the boat and offers it to you. At least let me offer you this to send you on your way.
That is too much. I cannot accept.
It is but a piece of wood. It grows from trees. It falls on its own.
Then you must take this coin.
I do not wish it. I've heard what my lady said. I have sharp ears and a sharp eye.
You are far too kind, and I do hope that the fortune shine upon you.
Indeed.
So when you get money, it'd be really good if you didn't give it away. Thanks.
She takes the new cane and like whacks Suja with it. Yes, it is stronger than my old one. I'm happy.
And you can cross off lane as a tag now. Okay, so now we go to Haru. You get to describe a scene of what you do before you go to see Master Peche. You're muted, unfortunately.
I think Haru's scene is just going to be kind of like a montage of them doing the shopping that they were talking about before, and him slowly looking more and more annoyed as he's handed more and more bags. And then even like, and then there's like a shot of like them coming back, and there's like something, one of the like expensive pots they had is on the ground broken, and he looks confused, like, well, I didn't do it. Just
Okay. Okay. So as you go around the market, is there anything in particular you're looking for?
For Haru specifically, probably a good bottle of brown liquor.
Okay. So you find a standing bar, one of these places with the little curtain that goes behind, and you wander up to it. You can barely get your head under it, but as you get through, you can see casks and casks of what look to be very good alcohol, and they're pouring it out and putting it down to the people at the bar, and you catch the barmaid's eye. And she comes over, and she's very obviously from the Fire Nation. Hello, sir. Would you like a drink?
Why else would I be here?
Oh, what would you like? We have some wonderful Earth Nation whiskey, and we do have a special on today. We've managed to get one of the last casks of the renowned Wu Jin fire brandy. This is so rare since the city of Wu Jin, my home, was... I'm sorry, I can't go on with this. It's good, but it's rare. Would you like some? You can see that even mentioned in the city, she's getting... She's obviously not comfortable having to do this, and the Water Nation barkeeper is looking at her, and you can tell that she's really new at this. She doesn't have her patted down right.
It sounds, and I'm sure it's wonderful, but I couldn't take something like that from your people. It's too precious of something.
What would you like, sir?
How much is a glass of that?
I call it 2 copper.
He points to a bottle of something that looks like, dirty and cheap. He says, "Give me a bottle of that and have a glass of that for yourself."
I can't do that, sir. I'm not allowed to take drinks from the customers. She again looks to the barman, looks to the brandy, and I'm sorry, sir. It's my first day here. I'll get you your drink. And she goes and gets you the cheap bottle, and puts it down. If there's anything else, haven't I seen you somewhere before?
Maybe.
Yeah, I remember you. My father used to run a bar in Wujin. I'm sure I've seen you there. Yes, it was just before the eruption.
I no. Nope. It's been quite a while since I was there last.
Oh,
you know what? I think I will take that glass of fire brandy. Yeah.
Oh, okay, sir. She pours it out and puts it down and just like the stuff my father used to sell.
I've never heard of it, but I'm sure it's wonderful.
She corks it up, and you take this up, and it's the most wonderful spice brandy you've had. And she goes on to her other customers.
And I'll pay for the drinks, and then I go to get up and see Kaneko, and then turn back around and put like another coin down as a tip.
Okay. Okay, so at this point, you've had your day out and about in the market. You've been trading, you've been drinking, you've been doing a lot of drinking and eating by the descriptions we've had today. You make your way back, and Peche lives within his dojo, which is a 7-star dojo, set within the district of Wandering Stars. The only real way to get there from where you are by public transport is to take the underground, is to take the subway. So you move through the huddled masses, and these tunnels were originally crafted by earth shapers. They sunk them into the ground, and originally they had stone carriages that they would move through earth shaping through the tunnels. But over the years, these have been replaced with proper mechanical carriages that are powered off electric lines that run across the ceiling. So you huddled onto this carriage, and it's like the Tokyo subway. It's really, really packed, and the cars move off. And you go into the first tunnel, and although the cars inside lit, through the windows you actually see lights going past, and you go through tunnels into larger caverns where it looks like there's entire towns actually laid out in the caverns under the city. You can see full settlements as it goes past. You go through 1 stop, 2 stops, 3 stops, and eventually you come to the station, the District of Wandering Stars. Peche Station. Named after the master himself.
Oh, look, he's got a whole station named after him. How quaint.
As you get off into the station, there's actually a mural painted in the foyer.
Oh, come on!
And there's a mural of him and his wife.
You must be so proud to have him as your brother.
Oh, yeah,
such a
he's
great
a real
guy.
riot.
He stands to one side.
So wonderful.
His jade star-cutting saber in his hand, his famous sword, the one that was passed down from his family, from his father and his father's father, and would have been was passed down to this eldest son in each generation. And at his side is his wife. She is stood there with her sword out as well. And there is a plaque at the bottom.
I dare myself to read it.
You look at it and it says, in memory of, and it looks like it's been graffitied over. And it actually says, in memory of the old fart.
I'll actually get down and wipe that off because I want to see what it actually says. Even though I want to leave it, I will want to wipe it and see what it actually says.
In memory of our protectors.
Huh? I'll wipe it a bit more and see if I'm reading it correctly or not.
Or use your good eyes to tell me what it says.
It says, in memory of our protectors.
As you go down further, there's actually more writing under the plaque.
Mm-hmm.
In the time of peace, great spirits came across this land, and great heroes rose to defeat them. Peche and Master Fallen Snow fought side by side to bring down the greatest of the beasts within this district of Wandering Stars.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
When did that story happen? I don't remember that.
We need to go to the dojo right now. I start basically walking straight towards us. I'm like, wait, hold on. Wait, what? How? What's going? What?
Okay. As you get up above ground, you can see that a lot of the construction around here is rather new. But when you look as well, there's an awful lot of greenery. There are vines on most everything. There's actually fresh shoots of grass in the street itself.
Is it nothing like how I remember it?
No, not at all.
I feel like there's all this new life around us, but that's only because there was great absence for this life to come and fill. What tragedies occurred here?
No. That's irrelevant. Where's my brother? I start walking towards the dojo.
Okay. You walk to the dojo, and as you turn the corner, you can see that the dojo is burnt out.
It was right here. This is...
Your family dojo is nothing but a shell.
Where are
it
the
look-
students?
It,
Where are the people?
it looks like it's been burnt out for a while as well.
What happened to your brother's place?
This... No. If something had happened to my brother, I would know. They would send word. I'd be invited. There'd be tears. We'd all laugh about it in the end. He's around somewhere. This is just a really stupid practical joke that someone has started putting out for me. I'm sure it's fine. He's gonna be around just somewhere. I'm sure.
Can we be sure that he's the one who summoned us here?
Well, obviously, yes. Of course it was him. Who else would it be?
Why, darling, that would be me. And a woman steps out from the actual dojo. You recognize this woman instantly, Kaneko. This is Master Fallen Snow.
Oh.
Didn't it say in memoriam to her too?
Yep.
Yeah.
In memory.
Can you explain what is going on? How has this occurred? How are you standing before us? And where is your dear husband?
Where's my brother?
Oh, hello, Shoujo. That's a long story. That's something I'm hoping you can help me with. Would you like to go somewhere, or would you like to make yourself at home?
I would like you to tell me where my brother is.
I would like to know that as well. Where is your brother?
You tell me you married him?
We divorced 5 years ago.
Then why are you?
And then you burned his place down?
I didn't burn this down. Someone did.
Why would you use his name to summon us if he left you?
I have his diaries. We were still close. And there are those here who know him better than I do over these last 5 years. Where is Master Paisho? And she starts walking down the steps.
If we knew that, we wouldn't have come here.
He's supposed to be here. You're supposed to be his wife. I'm supposed to turn up and then we'll all have a really horrible laugh at everyone's favorite failure, Suja, of not carrying the fiery name, and it'll all be a wonderful riot, and we'll get really annoyed by it and go home. This bit with the stairs and the diary and the burnt dojo and my old home going away is not supposed to be happening. This is not how my story normally goes. Can someone please explain to me what's happening?
Shoja, The adults are speaking now. And she turns to Kaneko. He didn't run to you then?
No, he did not. I thought with your tight grip on his arm that he would never leave your side. What has happened?
He refused to teach me his secret techniques.
That's
had
understandable.
parted of ways. We have been rivals for just as long as we have been lovers.
This does not surprise me, but why the intrigue? Why has it taken so long and so many miles for us to hear this now? Why did we not communicate about this sooner?
Because if he is dead, then someone has killed him. If he is missing for a reason.
What makes you think that he's dead or missing? He left you. He does not love you. He has bigger hills to climb.
Let me ask this question. Where is the star cut in Saber?
With your ex-husband, I do presume.
And why would he vanish? Why would he burn his own dojo, his family dojo, to the ground?
Family history can be a painful thing to manage. I could understand why he would want to leave here and start a new life. I'm not saying anything bad against you, but, I didn't think it would last this long, to be honest.
Well, it did. And you've been wrong about an awful lot of things.
You have his diary.
I have his diary.
Well, that's no longer yours. You're not his wife anymore. That belongs to me. I want that diary back.
No, that's mine now. If you ask nicely, I may lend it to you, but it is mine now.
Why do you cling so tightly to something that's clearly no longer yours? You do not have hold of his heart or his arm. Why should you cling on to his words?
I have a certain familial responsibility.
Familiar responsibility?
Yes.
Look at his brother. His brother has some familial responsibility.
Yes, his brother should be finding his birthright about now.
I don't care about my birthright. I care about that diary you're holding. Give it to me.
No. Can you roll speak honorably, please?
Go on then.
That is with
Natural.
Thank you. I've got so many windows open.
It's okay. I got you, bro. And I have no idea. Oh, it's a 5 and a 6 again.
Okay. So get a chi. No.
No, I beat the number.
Oh, sorry, you've got a 5 and a 6.
Yeah, sorry. So 11.
Yeah, I misunderstood. I thought you said you got it was a 5 or a 6. Okay, so she reaches into her robe and it holds it out to you.
And I'll also for a second think it's a trap. And then I'll grab it.
And she pulls it back slightly. I will give this to you on one condition. When you find him, if he still breathes, you bring him to me.
Why would I trust anything you have to say?
I loved him once.
Fine. Give me the damn diary.
And she hands it over. And can you please mark an oath? To Master Falling Snow.
Oath. I will return Pie Show to Master Snow.
Yes. So, you are welcome to the dojo. There is a small residence out back which is unburnt. I believe it's where the caretaking staff lived. I will return when you have news. Oh, what happened to his student? Have you met her yet?
He had a student?
He had a student. She's missing as well.
What was her name?
First flower of spring. Such a poetic name.
Yes.
He did so love poetry and pretty young things.
What were her skills in?
Oh, I can guess what her skills were in.
Oh, you jealous old hag.
Look who's talking.
Oh, sweetheart. I do not need to be jealous.
Mm.
You never change, do you? Even now the light grows dim and the days are gone long, you still cling on to the old ways.
Such things are permanent. Such things are immortal.
Mm.
But take
Well,
care and enjoy your bed tonight.
Mm.
And she sweeps round and past you. And as she walks past, she stops and grabs your hand. Just so you know, he never really loved you. And she walks past. And we will actually end there tonight.
Hey.
Wow. What a world.
So we'll call that a day there now. Yes, took me slightly longer to get to the city than I intended tonight. But
Not my fault.
no, not at all.
You were just interested in the muffins. It was the muffin's fault.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
If I found out a muffin, now this would be happening.
I'm sorry if I've been bending down and actually going off camera. By the way, I've got a Panda Cat down here at my feet wanting attention. So
Actual cat.
yes.
Can we meet Panda Cat?
No, she's wandered off at the moment. So,
Aww.
Next time.
Next time.
but Bronwyn says hi.
Such a proper name.
She's total black cat, so I had to call her something like it was either Bronwyn or Envis, and her mother was Envis. So, yeah. So we will call it a day tonight. Does anyone have any chi that they've accrued over the event?
No.
You get one every time you roll a 6-, right?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay,
so I have two.
I do have one.
Okay. There are also other moves that actually give you chi, and also fulfilling oaths gives you chi.
I have no chi because I'm rubbish.
Okay. When you get up to 5 chi, you can actually spend it in game to take one of the advances on your playbook. You can also use chi to actually enhance moves based on the tags that are actually in play, either environmental tags or the actual personal tags on people. One word of warning, every time you use chi, I get a point of chi to play with. So as you use your chi, I get more and more that I can actually then use the power moves against you.
Ooh.
So,
Okay.
So that's the end of the first session. We've got to the city. We've established the main story of this 3-session arc, and we will take it up in the second session next week. Thank you all for putting up with me. It's taken me a little while to get used to the system, and as usual, I'm getting names wrong left, right, and center. So I do apologize.
You're not the only one.
That's fine.
Sorry.
We did it as well.
But thank you. I've enjoyed myself tonight.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you. I did too.
You're welcome.
Finally
I will,
got to sleep.
yes, same here. I will see you all next week.
Yes, lovely to meet you all.
Pleasure.
Later.
Till next week.
Cheers.
Nice to meet you guys. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed now.
Okay.
I'm
So
so tired.
I'm going to end the stream here, I think.
Good night.